South America, the lesser-known subregion of the Americas. It's made up of 12 countries, and just like all countries, each has its own unique flag. In today's video, we're going to discuss each South American country's flag in alphabetical order and why it's designed the way it is. But before we get into that, I want to introduce myself to anyone who's new to my channel and welcome back anyone who's been here before. I'm Laura Youngblood, and here at The World Present and Past, I post content on all things history, geography, philosophy, politics, sociology, and social issues. If that's what you're looking for in a channel, this one's the one for you to subscribe to. Argentina. The Argentine flag is a tri-band composed of 3 equally wide horizontal bands, the top and bottom ones colored light blue and the middle one white. On the middle stripe is the Sun of May, a sun with the face said to represent Inti, the Incan god of the sun. It's called the Sun of May as a reference to the May Revolution. The May Revolution took place in the week from the 18th to the 25th of May 1810, which marked the beginning of independence from the Spanish Empire for the countries that were then part of the Viceroyalty of the Rio de la Plata, which includes Argentina. A legend claims that as the new government was proclaimed, the sun broke through the clouds, which was seen as a good omen. The full flag featuring the sun is called the official ceremonial flag, or Bandera Oficial de Ceremonia. The flag without the sun is considered the ornamental flag, or Bandera de Ornato. While both versions are equally considered the national flag, the ornamental version must always be hoisted below the official ceremony flag. In vexillological terms, the official ceremonial flag is the civil, state, and war flag and ensign, while the ornamental flag is an alternative civil flag and ensign. Bolivia. The state and war flag of Bolivia is a horizontal tricolor of red, yellow, and green with the Bolivian coat of arms in the center. The coat of arms of Bolivia has a central cartouche surrounded by multiple copies of the Bolivian flag itself, cannons, laurel branches, and has an Andean condor on top. The Bolivian coat of arms is elliptical in shape. In the upper part is a rising sun appearing behind the Cerro Rico with skies at dawn. In the center, the Cerro Rico of Potosi and the Cerro Menor. On the upper part of the smaller hill is the Chapel of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. In the lower left part of the landscape formed by the hills, there's a llama. To its right, a sheaf of wheat and a palm. Around the shield, a blue oval with a golden inner edge. In the upper half of the oval, the inscription Bolivia is in golden capital letters. In the lower half of the oval, 10 golden stars of 5 points. According to one source, the red stands for Bolivia's brave soldiers and the blood they shed, while the green symbolizes fertility of the land and hope, and yellow the nation's mineral deposits and wealth of resources. Brazil. The national flag of Brazil is a blue disc depicting a starry sky, which includes the Southern Cross, spanned by a curved band inscribed with the national motto Ordem e Progresso, which means order and progress. The blue disc is on a yellow background, itself backed by a green field. The green field and yellow rhombus from the previous imperial flag were preserved, though slightly modified in hue and shape. In the imperial flag, the green represented the House of Braganza of Pedro I, the first emperor of Brazil, while the yellow represented the House of Habsburg of his wife, Empress Maria Leopoldina. A blue circle with white 5-pointed stars replaced the arms of the Empire of Brazil. Its position in the flag reflects the sky over the city of Rio de Janeiro on November 15, 1889. The motto Ordem e Progresso is derived from Auguste Comte's motto of positivism, L'amour pour principe et l'ordre pour base, le progrès pour but, which means love as a principle and order as the basis, progress as the goal. Chile. The flag of Chile consists of two equal height horizontal bands of white and red, with a blue square the same height as the white band in the canton, which bears a white 5-pointed star in its center. It has a 3:2 ratio between length and width, and is divided horizontally into two bands of equal height. The star represents Venus, significant to the country's indigenous Mapuches, symbolizing a guide to progress and honor, while other interpretations say it refers to an independent state. Blue symbolizes the sky and the Pacific Ocean. White is for the snow-covered Andes, and red stands for the blood spilled to achieve independence. Colombia. The flag of Colombia dates back to the flag of Gran Colombia, created by Francisco de Miranda in the early 1800s, from which the flags of Ecuador and Venezuela are also derived. It was officially adopted by law on November 26, 1861. The flag of Colombia is a rectangular horizontal tricolor composed of yellow, blue, and red in a 2-1-1 ratio. The yellow stripe takes up half of the flag, while the blue and red stripes take up a quarter each. Yellow represents the riches of Colombia, the wealth of Colombian soil, as well as the sun, the source of light. Blue represents the sky above, the seas on Colombia's shores, and the rivers that run through. Red represents, you guessed it, the blood that was shed for Colombia to gain independence from Spain. But it also represents the effort, determination, and perseverance of the Colombian people. Ecuador. Like the Colombian flag, the Ecuadorian flag is inspired by Gran Colombia and has a yellow horizontal stripe taking up the top half and a blue and red one each taking up the bottom half. The Ecuador flag is set apart from its Colombian and Venezuelan counterparts by the inclusion of the Ecuadorian coat of arms in the center of it. In the background of the oval shield is the mountain Chimborazo, while the river originating from its base represents the Guayas. Chimborazo is also the highest mountain in Ecuador and is part of the Andes range. The steamboat on the river is named Guayas as well. The condor on top of the shield stretches his wings to symbolize power, greatness, and strength of Ecuador. The condor also represents the idea that it will always be ready to attack an enemy. The laurel on the left represents the victories of the Republic. The palm leaf on the right side is a symbol of the martyrs of the fight for independence and liberty. The fasces below the shield represents Republican dignity. Just like with the Colombian flag, the yellow represents the crops and fertile soil of Ecuador, blue the ocean and clear skies, and red the blood spilled by the heroes who died in the name of their countrymen's fatherland and freedom. Guyana. The flag of Guyana, which has been the way it is since it gained independence from the United Kingdom in 1966, has also been aptly called the Golden Arrowhead. It's a green field with the black-edged red isosceles triangle based on the hoist side, superimposed on the larger white-edged golden triangle, also based on the hoist side, pointed towards the fly side. The red represents zeal and dynamism. The gold represents mineral wealth. Green agriculture and forests. Black endurance. And white rivers and water. Paraguay. The flag of Paraguay is a red, white, blue triband inspired by the colors of the French tricolor, believed to signify independence and liberty. The flag is unusual because it differs on its obverse and reverse sides. The obverse of the flag shows the national coat of arms, and the reverse shows the seal of the Treasury. The national coat of arms on the obverse side is a yellow 5-pointed star surrounded by a green wreath of palm and olive leaves tied with ribbons of the color of the stripes and capped by the words República del Paraguay, all within concentric circles. The seal of treasury on the reverse side is a yellow lion below a red Phrygian cap on top of a pole symbolizing courage, and the words Paz y Justicia, which are Spanish for peace and justice. Peru. The flag of Peru is a vertical triband with red outer bands and a single white middle band. Red represents the blood that was spilled by the fallen freedom fighters that fought for the independence of Peru. White represents purity and peace. However, the colors are also linked to the Chilean flamingo, or perihuana, a red and white type of flamingo that General San Martin dreamed about during the Revolution. Suriname. Ever since Suriname gained independence from the Netherlands on November 25, 1975, the national flag has been composed of 5 horizontal bands of green, top, double width, white, red, quadruple width, white, green, double width, with a large yellow 5-pointed star in the center. Red represents progress, white freedom and justice, green the fertility of the land, and the yellow star unity and a golden future. Uruguay. The flag of Uruguay has a field of 9 equal horizontal stripes alternating white and blue. The canton is white, charged with the sun of May, from which 16 rays extend, alternating between triangular and wavy. The horizontal stripes on the flag represent the 9 original departments of Uruguay, based on the U.S. flag, where the stripes represent the original 13 colonies. The stripes of blue and white were inspired by the flag of Argentina, making the flag of Uruguay part of both the Stars and Stripes Belgrano flag families. The golden sun of May represents the May Revolution of 1810. The sun of May, as I discussed earlier, is a figurative sun that represents Inti, the Incan sun god and mythological founder of the Incan Empire. Venezuela. The flag of Venezuela is a horizontal tricolor of yellow, blue, and red, dating to the original flag introduced in 1811 in the Venezuelan War of Independence. The flag also includes an arc of 8 white 5-pointed stars centered on the blue band. The yellow represents the riches of Venezuela, the wealth of Venezuelan soil, gold, sovereignty, harmony, justice, and agriculture, as well as the sun, the source of light. The blue represents the Sea of the Caribbean that surrounds Venezuela, as well as Venezuela's beaches. The red represents the bloodshed in Venezuela's battle for independence from Spain. 7 stars were added to the flag in the 19th century to represent the 7 signatories to the Venezuelan Declaration of Independence, being the provinces of Caracas, Cumaná, Barcelona, Barinas, Margarita, Mérida, and Trujillo. After the Guyana campaign, Simón Bolívar added the 8th star to the national flag in representation of the newly freed province. I hope that in learning about what each flag of South America stands for, you learned a little more about the countries themselves. But even that's just scratching the surface. If you want to learn more about the history, sociology, and social justice issues affecting all countries of the world, you're going to have to click subscribe and tap the bell icon for my channel. While you wait for more content on that, check out my most recent episode to date, as well as a video YouTube thinks you specifically would like. Hope to see you back here next time.